Wednesday addiction. Humpin' it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro.
Hello and welcome, everyone. The week is almost over. You're halfway there. It's Wednesday, hump day, and you're now humping it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro. Please get your mind out of the gutter.
Good evening again, podcast fam. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy Wednesday schedule to spend it with us. Fellow co-hosts, how are we doing this evening?
Gucci.
Oh, looks that way.
Sleepy.
There you go.
That's more like it.
I know the feeling. I just happened to hop up on a little caffeine before the show, so it's not showing on me.
That's what they're calling it. That's what they're calling it these days.
Yeah, so it got all kind of crazy nicknames, huh? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mountain Dew Zero.
Oh.
I don't know what else they can
I see a little powder on the rim right there.
They got it in cans now.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Out in plain sight, baby.
Oh my God. Well, tonight's discussion, we will be talking about hobbies. What are your favorite creative pursuits? For instance, maybe you like to paint. You're an artistic type sort. Writing, poetry, crafting, DIY. Or as for me, I love gardening. Whatever it is, let's talk about it. Oh, let's not also forget. Huh?
No, go ahead. Forget what?
Oh, podcasting. I almost forgot to say that.
Mello already slipped up and showed us her hobby.
Yes. Yes. Oh, she does the do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't help you.
Man. This we're gonna have an intervention at some point. Yeah.
For what? Last time I checked, caffeine was legal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, caffeine is legal.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well.
So Mello, let's talk about yours. Let's talk about yours first, and your love of plants and tree hugging and sorts and things.
Yeah, that's one of them. I've got a few, but
Oh,
gardening happens to be, I would say, one of my favorites. And as Maestro can attest to, we were exposed to gardening pretty much from the womb.
free slave labor.
Our dad used to garden all the time. That was like, he lived for it. And of course, as kids, our job was to help him in the garden. Picking weeds, planting plants, harvesting. But he had a really nice sized garden.
It was
every day after he'd come home from work, that would be especially the dog days of summer, no matter how hot it was, he was out there watering, hoeing the weeds, doing whatever maintenance and stuff needed to be done. And we were always right there. Some of us enjoyed it, I think, a little bit more than others of us.
Who was us? Ain't but two of us. I mean, let's talk about it. You know, don't beat around the bush there.
But obviously, it's pretty obvious who that was because there's only one of us that does it to this day. But after Dad had passed and there wasn't really any gardens, or even when he got to the point where he couldn't plant a garden, it always felt weird to me to not have one. So I remember that one time when he had been sick that year, he wasn't planting anything. You and I,
we
did actually.
I remember that. Yeah.
just for the sake of, and he was very tickled by that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and
Um,
ultimately, I did it. That was really my reason. I wanted him to be able to have something without him being able to do it on his own. So
yeah. So ever since, even when I got married and moved out, I've always had to have something. It started small at first because of the area we were working with where I live, just some tomatoes and peppers. But the past few years, tomatoes, peppers, Swiss chard, cucumbers, watermelons, cantaloupe, onions, the gambit, fresh herbs. I look forward to it every year, but the thing about it is work, but it's so relaxing to me at the same time.
it's therapeutic.
Very much
Yeah.
so. Just putting my hands in the dirt, you know, just being one with nature. It's just amazing to me.
Hey,
So,
hey, so
so
go ahead.
I might learn something here. Swiss char? What is that? So I have
Swiss
no clue what that is.
Swiss chard. So
Swiss
it's
char.
considered a superfood. It's a green type vegetable. It's a
Hmm.
leafy vegetable. You have a few different varieties. You have like just regular green kind of flat leaf. There are these big huge leaves that grow. It and the taste is sort of like
Like dog water.
between. No, it's
Wait, so that's wait, so that if you, how do you know that what that tastes like? You tried dog water?
No, I can only imagine. But listen, I've tried some
Okay.
and it was horrible.
because he doesn't like
Horrible.
vegetables. But if you like
That's partly
spinach
true.
and you like greens, it's kind of like a cross between spinach and
That's cap.
greens.
That's 100,000%
Never,
cap.
I'd never heard of it. I
Oh
had never
yeah.
heard of that before.
It's terrible.
So
Yeah.
It's terrible.
If you like some, I can give you some and you can try it. It's really nutritious and I love it. I
And
like
it tastes
fixing
like
mine with.
despair.
No, it doesn't. I fix mine with potatoes. And potatoes and the Swiss chard is really good. It's one of my husband's favorites. He loves that. I have so much. I grew 4 plants of Swiss chard. They're about 3 feet tall with numerous leaves. Like some of the leaves are like this big on there. So you can imagine cutting up the leaves, however size you want to cut them up and cook them. But it just like spinach, once you cook it, you might have a pot full, but by the time it cooks down, it's
Oh
only about
yeah.
a quarter of a
Yeah,
pot.
because everything was down there.
oh, good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it's really good in my opinion. But very nutritious, definitely. And another thing is I try to make mine as organic as possible. So just knowing what you put in the food you eat is kind of like a comfort level of, not getting any pesticides and other things that shouldn't be in there. So I think it's definitely great for its therapeutic benefits, but also its health benefits of just being out and doing it yourself, knowing what's coming into your body.
Yeah, that's legit.
I like that. Yeah.
That's legit. So I don't do the Swiss shot. Still have jalapenos in my refrigerator from a year ago that I got from the last harvest.
I've got tons of fresh ones now if you want some fresh ones.
Fresh is dope. I like fresh. Yeah, give me some
Got
fresh
you.
ones.
I
I'll be
got
better.
you.
But yeah, gardening. As a kid, gardening was cool. I liked it then, but as I got older, it just wasn't my thing. I stopped liking outside probably because I'm allergic to everything out there. Including the air. But that's another story.
Understandable.
So, uh, but my hobbies kind of evolved over time. I think for a while, music was a hobby of mine.
Mhm.
So I've taken I was a viola for or strings for I don't know how many 9 years, give or take.
Did you start in 5th grade?
Uh, I may have started it. No, I started it. So 8 years. I started in 6th grade, middle school. because fifth grade you were able to, talk about it, and you were kind of in music class, but you really was more exploratory.
Okay.
But so I used to love that, but then once I graduated, I never picked it back up because I wanted to do piano. So for quite a while, I was teaching myself piano. Always wanted to sing, but unfortunately, I didn't get there. I sound like somebody dying now, but anyway, but then it kind of evolved into technology. Was always kind of a hobby of mine too, even as a young kid when we got our first Commodore computer. But
Commodore.
yeah, listen, I know I just showed my age on that one. People who know what a Commodore is understand how old it is.
Commodore 64.
Yep. But I think that kind of got me started with the whole technology thing. And so, just tinkering, taking apart stuff, putting it together, after I got my first computer, taking it apart, figuring out how it works, all that good stuff. So that since turned into my full-time job. Do I regret it? I don't know yet. I don't know. Sometimes, turning a hobby into a career can sometimes take a little bit of the fun out. So, I still like what I do. I still love technology. But sometimes you can get burned out from it. So I won't say that I regret it though. I don't think, to be honest, as I stand now, I don't regret it. Right. Because I could be doing what I was doing and hating it. So,
Exactly.
But as for my hobbies now, it would still probably be technology. I still like to think. I'd like to learn about gadgets. It's more probably on the gadget side nowadays versus hardcore technologies because I do that for my job. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, that'd probably be mine. I do want to get back into music though. So I'm eventually going to set up a space for my keyboard that D83 so graciously gave me back from we were doing our music days.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, y'all don't know.
Good times.
Yes, indeed. Me and D83, we were going to take over the world. The rap game was ours. Stop playing. All right? Don't test these bars.
Kick a few for us.
Nah, I ain't do. I'm not about to embarrass myself on here. You tried to set me up. Absolutely not. No. But yeah, so I definitely want to. I would definitely want to pick music back up, and I'll just do it myself. Take my time with it, learn it at my own pace. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I've thought about taking some music courses too, just to kind of facilitate my learning. But, yeah.
That would be fun.
Aside from that, relaxing is my other hobby. That's what.
That's a very good hobby.
Exactly. Hey,
Picking that up here soon.
exactly. But yeah, so that's it for me.
With me, music was my first main hobby. I loved music. I liked writing music. I liked trying to produce music.
Hey, listen.
I say that because I wasn't
try.
that good at it, but it was so fun. It was so fun, like putting beats together and stuff. I was just it was a real big high for me in my life, and writing rhymes, and
yeah.
telling people those rhymes, and I always thought maybe I should start writing poetry or something, because just
Very
enjoy
good.
putting words together. Roses are red, violets are blue, and so is my heart, because I'm missing you. Okay, look, look, right there. Got it, done.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So original.
Yeah, I mean, it was so moving. It was incredible.
Thank you. But no, also with music too, like another hobby of mine, and I miss it so much because even though I can gather so much more music now due to technology has ruined my searching for music, my love for searching for new music. Because when we were growing up, I used to love going to Peaches or Bobby Lou's or FYE.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I would go through the aisles and just try to find some new artists, and that was fun for me. And either I would succeed and find something new that I really liked, or I've just spent 10, $12 on an album that was garbage. But I
Right.
loved it.
Right.
I loved it. It was fun for me. It's like the thrill of boom, jackpot.
Right.
And
Right.
I would love reading through the credits. Back then you could read all the credits and who wrote what or who was producing what. And I was just like, man, that was so much fun for me. I would catch myself, just on a Saturday. I was like, man, there's nothing to do. Oh, I ride down to Peaches and just
Yeah.
scroll through there and look and stuff. Though I can get so much more music now than ever before, just at my fingertips, it's not as fun for me.
Yeah.
It's really not.
The thrill of searching and hitting that. Yeah, I get it. I can dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My hobbies now are, I like, it's a lot of sports stuff. Basketball. I play pickleball every Wednesday. If I don't have my kids, then I do it Friday nights. That, which has also made me think, man, once my kids go back to school, because I get them week on, week off in the summertime, I'm going to join leagues. I'm already going to join a bowling league.
Oh, cool.
So
You used to love bowling, bro.
I want to do basketball, volleyball. Yeah, it was also where I met my ex-wife. Met her bowling.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
I just happened to be at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, bowling used to be a lot of fun for me. I've been picking that back up. So I want to do more bowling. Like I said, basketball. I want to join a league. I've already been looking into it. Volleyball, like to do that. Cornhole. Just stuff to just keep my mind off of being an adult.
Right. I can dig that for sure.
I completely get that.
So
That's dope.
Yeah.
I don't know about that cornhole though.
That's fun.
I ain't with
Look.
it. I ain't with it.
Look.
For me
It's
me
fun.
personally. Right. But
I've only played it a couple times, and recently, I say recently, it was still like 4 or 5 months ago. I was playing with some people, and they were like, "Wait, I thought you said, what, we're being scammed here. You said you don't play that much." And it was like I was draining them. I was like, it's aiming. It's like,
right.
bowling's aiming.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
You figure out your ball. And once you learn your ball and how it moves with how you spin it or whatever, it's aiming.
Yeah.
Right.
Basketball, like I can't dribble. I can't dribble really well. However, I got a really good shot.
Right.
And it's just, constant same motion, same bend the knee, same form. It's aiming.
Right.
Right.
So
There you go.
I was like, wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Cornhole's really fun though.
It is. I like it. I've only
Yeah.
played it like a couple times, but I
I've
enjoyed
tried
it
to
when I
do
did.
yeah. I wasn't. It's alright, but it ain't really my thing. So and again, nothing against it. It's just me. So, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Pickleball seems interesting.
I know. I think I want to
might.
get into that.
I might try.
Pickleball, let me tell you, is so much fun. Like the guys I play basketball with, I'm like, dude, I'm even trying to sell it to them. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be playing pickleball Wednesdays, But Friday, I'm like, man, pickleball really is like, dude, I'm telling you,
Once you
don't
actually
knock
get
it because
into right.
because always at the gym, and the older guy that works there, Tyrone, he's always like, T, why don't you come, play pickleball? Don't forget Wednesdays, Friday night. I was like, yeah, I'll see you, man. And for like a year, I was constantly like, yeah, I'll come in there one time. And then he saw that I bought a paddle that was in my gym bag. I got a large gym bag, and on the corner he says, Tyrone goes, T, you bought a paddle? He's like, so I expect to see you. I said, yeah. I'm gonna get in there eventually. I'm getting closer. And finally one Wednesday, I was like, let me just go in there. I was like, man, this is really, really lots and lots of fun.
Wow, that's what's up.
There's this older lady. There's an older lady, Wanda. And whenever she serves it, she's got this nasty spin on it. And see, I was sleeping on these old people. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go up in there. I'm gonna be dominating. These old people, right? She puts the spin on it, and so you see it coming at you. And once it hits the floor, it comes back up. It's spinning, and it's like it goes. And you're like, man, I was gonna hit it like this. So I keep joking with them. Like, look, I was like, you know what? From now on, if you're here, I'm just immediately walking right back out.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's
she
awesome, man.
she
That's
laughed.
cool. That's
No,
cool.
we have a great time though. Talking to everyone, and that's the main thing too. Just talking to people and playing the game because it's not like we're really being that competitive. Just
Yeah,
there having
Right.
fun.
just having fun. Right. It's recreation. Absolutely. That's what's up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I again, aside from gardening, I do have some other hobbies that I've enjoyed. I like, as you can tell, like getting my hands involved in whatever I do. So even gardening, you're using your hands in the dirt, planting, picking, whatever. But I also like jewelry making, which is something
Oh,
I've done
okay.
for, I don't know, about 12, 13 years. Beads,
It's
beading
been that long?
jewelry, stuff like that. Yeah.
Dang.
I really get into it because sometimes, like, I might not do it all the time, but sometimes, like, I'll have these designs in my head of how I want something to look, or maybe I saw something and I'm like, I wonder if I can kind of recreate that. And then I'll go into the lab and get to work.
The
Not the lab
laboratory.
dog. Not the lab dog.
Stop playing.
And sometimes the stuff that I end up creating is better than like what I saw that kind of inspired me. And it just, nothing is ever the same that I usually make unless I intentionally make it the same. And it's just whatever creative juices come out, goes into the jewelry. It's like some of it's like really beautiful. Like the only thing is just getting to the point where I can get it to a larger audience to like sell it. But the work behind that is what's kind of kept me from doing that, taking pictures,
Yeah, it's a lot
keeping
that goes into it once you start trying to sell it.
keeping it updated. Yeah, but I love doing it for like gifts, like a lot of the family, especially the females, because most of it's like women's jewelry, but I make men's jewelry and stuff too.
Listen, she makes pearls for your dog.
I
So if you want
do.
a pearl necklace for your dog, holler at her.
They're really cool.
They are dope. They are dope.
But that's one thing that I've really enjoyed. But that's kind of like an inconsistent hobby. I got to kind of be in the mood, or it's got to be for like something like maybe Christmas or someone's birthday or something like that. But yeah, I really enjoy that.
It's kind of dope, man. And one thing D83 kind of reminded me, but I kind of forgot. But I did write poetry for a while too.
Oh, look at
Yeah, I
you.
forgot about that. So I was never meant to be a rapper. So let's just put that out there.
Oh, man.
But poetry, I think I can get down with. But yeah, something I kind of tossed around here lately too. But that's kind of something that would kind of hit me sporadically. You
Right.
know, when I can get, I really feel the urge to putting something down on paper, and I'll kind of work
Yeah, well,
through
that's
it. You know.
that's always how it's got to be.
Yeah.
You just got to be in the mood
Yep. Yep. Yep.
for it.
Yeah.
Something's got to hit you.
Right. Exactly. So.
And I think that's the great thing about hobbies is you can do them when you feel like doing them.
Right.
I have another hobby that tends to be a little bit more expensive, which I do not do as much. Um, as I've mentioned in the past, my Mustang, it's
See
a
the dope man.
classic.
Huh? Oh yeah, the Mustang. Right.
It's a
That's a
1985 Mustang. And so while it's not like classic like you would think of like the 60s or 70s models,
It's classically awesome.
it is classically awesome. You remember.
How could I forget that? That deserves a replay of that clip.
But just, it's not original. It's obviously modified and I love doing little things, but it's something I used to be into a little bit more. But again, especially with inflation now, parts are so expensive. Just like, even the aesthetic parts. not for like trying to make it faster or sound good, but just making it look different.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
That's why I gave up on mine. I ain't got it. I ain't got my pockets. Ain't got it. I'm just saying.
I know.
So mine is right now a tree ornament, quite literally, because the trees have grown all around it. I need to cut them, but it's been kind of busy, so I haven't had a chance. But yeah,
Yeah. But
Yeah, adult life.
exactly.
I know, right?
Hmm.
But let's see, my Mustang. I used to be into that so much though. I used to
Till she got a
really
sponsor,
enjoy. I,
and then she married.
my, my husband is not my sponsor.
I never forget when I first when I were first dating, because always been in that's his hobby. You know what I'm saying? His cars, and he always used to fix stuff up. But he started having these plans to modify hers, and so it was always kind of a rivalry thing between her and I. And so once he got involved, right, she just kept taking off, and I couldn't quite catch her because I ain't had a fun. So I was like, man, it's not fair. You got a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? How am I supposed to compete with that, right? So
That's good.
that's where that came from.
And I will say that's one thing that is cool. My husband and I, that is a hobby that we do have in common. That's what brought us together because we met in the car
Correct.
club,
Yep.
the Mustang Club. He has 3 Mustangs to my 1. So if that tells you anything. But yeah, that's his number 1 hobby.
Definitely. Definitely. But it's dope though. I used to enjoy it a lot. I don't so much anymore. Not because of anything, but I think I just kind of drifted away from it, right? Because it's a lot of money, it's a lot of time
Yeah.
invested. It's not I have 2 of my most expensive hobbies is technology, and it was my car, so. But I still love driving it, but it's just not going to be what I once dreamed it was going to be. So, which is fine with me. I'm okay with it. So.
It's a good thing. It's always a work in progress.
No question.
And, some point you might get to the point where you can like have the resources to put into it and make it great. And the fact is that yours is almost it probably is a classic. You can probably get classic
I
tags for it
can,
now.
but I'm not.
There you go.
I absolutely am not. Absolutely am not. I don't want that big yellow tag on my car.
You can get them in black.
Yeah, but then you can't get them custom.
Personalized.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. I like mine. I'm gonna keep paying my registration, so I keep my tag. I like it. I'm good.
I got you. That's the only thing I don't like is the yellow tag. I wish
Yeah.
they would make the black customizable, the black
I don't know
antique
why
tag.
they don't.
I don't either. Because
I
the yellow
think-
is hideous.
That was news to me because I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, most people I think would probably go with the black and white one.
Because they look better.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
So-
They look sick.
Listen, charge me $5 extra for it. I'm cool with that. Let me get it. So
Right.
we need to petition somebody.
There we go.
But yeah.
But one of Tony's friends, he has classic Mustangs, like a bunch of them. Oliver.
Oh yeah.
He said that you don't have to get the tags from DMV, the classic ones. You can get them custom made.
Right.
But I don't know if you can customize the letters on them. But you
Yeah.
can get them custom made.
Yeah, I remember having a conversation with him about that.
Yeah.
We'd have to revisit that, but because he had one. He was driving around with it when we were talking about it that time. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So yeah, I still probably won't do it. I'm just saying it would save me on inspections though, because currently I haven't driven mine in close to a year.
That's what I'm
And the
saying.
inspection sticker ran out, which it didn't. I never had. It never has an issue passing. But I one thing I do think is those inspections are kind of good because it does keep your car, roadworthy. So and it lets you know if you will be having issues. So
Yeah, I do believe that.
but having to do it is can
A
sometimes
pain.
be a pain.
Absolutely.
Big facts. Big facts.
So have y'all tried any other creative hobbies like knitting or scrapbooking? or even calligraphy.
Interesting. She brought knitting and scrapbooking up to us. I'm a little confused at that. I think she was trying to throw some shade.
Yeah, give that up.
Yeah.
I used to do it.
Yeah.
I was yeah, I wasn't good at it.
Photography?
I wasn't good at it.
That's something I would like to get into because I love taking pictures. Like usually when we go on vacation, like I love taking pictures of like flowers
That'll do it,
or like
D83.
or landscapes.
Hmm.
Because I remember a couple trips like going to Niagara Falls. Like I had and like phones now, the cameras on the phones are amazing.
Yeah,
You
they're
take better
professional grade
pictures.
cameras.
Yes,
Yeah.
like the pictures were postcard worthy.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you you can take amazing pictures if you have an eye for, something specific.
Hmm. I thought you was getting ready to say
There's
iPhone. I was getting ready to.
No.
He was getting ready to have.
there's a comedy skit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a comedy skit from one of my favorite good lord comedians. Wow, it's late in the day. One of my favorite comedians, Joe Coy. Because I was also trying to think of his name to make sure I pronounced it correctly. It's Joe Coy.
Mm.
And man, he was talking about kids and how good they got it with their camera phones and how good the pictures. And he was talking
Yes.
about back in his day with the shaking.
Yes. Polaroid.
He
Absolutely.
said we had to literally take it to someone, hand them your personal pictures,
Yep.
and have them get developed.
Yep. That's the thing of the past, boy. Listen, we used to have those. We used to have those 35 millimeters that you would get at CVS or whatever it was called before it was CVS. Rite Aid, you know what I'm saying? Hit that, click that button, hit that wine, little thing in the back. Get ready to take another one, boy. Didn't know what you was taking. Didn't know how it would come out. It was a mystery.
I know, right?
But you go get it developed, and a week later, you got all these pictures, boy. That was something. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was kind of dope.
It was
actually.
Y'all gotta watch that skit though.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
I
Dang.
believe it.
Hilarious.
Because so much has changed.
Yep.
Like my best friend is a professional photographer. And that was her hobby when we were in school together.
Tell me about it.
Like I wouldn't have nearly half the pictures I have if it wasn't for her taking them and giving them to me. But she knew how to develop her own pictures because that was part of what she did. So it was like so cool, the dark room, how that works. I don't know, chemicals and stuff too. But if you do it from like from start to finish, the whole aspect of photography from taking pictures to developing, like that's really cool because there's an art to like every step of that.
Yeah. Big Bro does that. He captures some amazing pictures.
Oh yeah,
He's got a great eye for it, man.
He does, but he's also an artist. He paints and he draws. He's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't got none of them genes. None.
But I might try my hand at it one day. I've been exploring like a little bit of my artistic ability because mom, of course, she's always done crafts and flower arrangements and wreaths and everything.
Yeah. Stick to your grind.
You don't seem to have Maestro's. Yeah, you don't seem to have Maestro's vote.
Stick to
He was. Either he had something in his hair, or I don't know, something. Just...
Flower arrangements, that's why.
Huh?
Like when I decorate for Christmas and everything, it comes out pretty good.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. That's dope. That's dope.
Mom gives
I
me
thought you
her-
were talking about painting. I was just going to say.
No, flower arrangements. And
Oh, okay. Yeah. You got that. You got that for sure. But, yeah.
You haven't seen me paint because I haven't painted.
I've known you for all my life. I've seen your drawings and your paintings. I'm sorry. The look on her.
I can make a mean stick figure.
Hey, say less. Say less. Absolutely.
Oh gosh.
Absolutely.
But yeah, there's so much out there. I plan to explore a little bit more. I don't know where. I think painting may be next, but it's been fun. It's just fun just kind of letting those creative juices out because as a kid, it's like you're so creative and imaginative and it's like after you become an adult, it just kind of stops. It
Oh yeah,
goes
your
away.
imagination's gone.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is
Uh,
a source for you to kind of like find it again. It's in a different form somewhat, but you can kind of let it out and having a therapeutic way to do it. I think it's just really fun.
Big facts.
So, do y'all have any on your bucket list to try anytime soon?
No, I'm about done. I'm back. I'm capped out at what I got. I said mine. I might get back into music, but that's it. I'm about done.
yeah, the only thing I could think of is like I said, poetry. Getting back in, trying to write some poetry. Because I am definitely going to pursue the basketball league, volleyball league, and continue to do pickleball. So it's nothing
Awesome.
else.
Well, maybe we'll have to revisit it one day and see what it looks like we've achieved in the future. Maybe there's something completely different we haven't talked about that we might end up getting into. I mean,
Great.
it's unlimited, but I think this was a cool conversation. To be able to kind of let loose and talk about the things that we really do enjoy and brings us some peace and solace, to our hectic lives and schedules. So I think that'll do it
Great.
for us tonight. We thank you again for joining us. Always good to see you. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and visit our YouTube page. Leave us some commentary, some ideas, you know, some suggestions. We'd love to hear from you. And on that note, we will see you later. Peace out.